So there's this thing that's happening on the 24th of September. National Peaceful Protest on Heritage Day. There's this protest that's happening on the 24th of September. I would imagine it's basically, well, it's literally youth speaking up against what is happening in South Africa. I guess the youth is waking up. I guess the youth is standing up and is gonna do their best to talk against these old people that have been fucking South Africa for the past few years in the name of we saved you. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how it pans out. Hopefully it doesn't happen near where we're going to be running, but that has nothing to do with anything. So I went onto the actual website. There's an actual website, I think it's a petition and stuff. I basically looked at the reasons or why this protest is going to be happening in the first place, and it's very, very interesting things. I mean, check this out, bro. The protest is actually going to be happening because the youth is going to be trying to address unemployment, trying to address or want to address GBVF, the immediate resignation of President Cyril Ramaphosa and their grandpas and grandmas in the government. So basically individuals over the age of 65. Not that I'm offending anybody or anything like that, but who gives a shit? The prohibition of land possession by international investors. And this one is very interesting. This one is very interesting, and it's something that is also pushed by these politicians. And I guess it's the reason why they be getting votes too. But this is a very interesting one. The deportation of illegal immigrants and tighter border control. I feel like this one is a simple one to deal with, especially with the border control. Just fire everyone who's working the BMA. I know it's not realistic, because where are you gonna get new individuals? When are you gonna have time to train, new individuals to fill the spots? But like, they're not doing their jobs. They're literally not doing the jobs. I'm literally on some, bro. Fire the BMA. Fire every single whoever's leading the BMA must get fired right now, because he or she is not doing his job. But anyways, I guess it's a collective thing. The youth is looking for the strengthening of anti-corrupt agencies. So basically, agencies and strategies or policies that are going to be in place to ensure that corruption doesn't continue in this country. And we both know that is not possible. But like, it's there's a lot. But like, y'all can check it out on the official website. There's no way you can look at your youth and call them the future generation or the golden generation or the chosen generation or whatever, and have them suffering like this, bro. Like, the youth is already giving up in real time, and I feel like this is the sort of like the last resort. Otherwise, the country is literally gonna crumble, bro. If the youth crumbles, then what do you have left? There's literally going to be like a bridge. You can't depend on the young ones, the toddlers and the kids that is coming up right now. If this force gives up, then this bridge is literally gonna collapse South Africa. But that's just me, bro. Best case scenario, bro. Best case scenario, this protest goes well. Best case scenario, the government actually listens. Best case scenario, Cyril Ramaphosa actually steps down. I would imagine. Maybe he doesn't need to step down. There's unity and visibility, media coverage. Media coverage that's actually highlighting these issues. I'm talking about NCA and I guess SABC. Are we counting on y'all? I don't know, bro. Best case scenario is that the government actually responds, with youth programs, stuff that actually matter, concrete steps. We're tired of your empty promises. We're tired of you acting like you're pissed or angry at your councillors. Scam.
It hurts me deeply when I continue to see that our municipalities sometimes tend to move even backwards.
Cap.
That is actual momentum stuff that is actually going to put pressure on the government years after this incident or this event or this occurrence. You know what I'm saying? Best case scenario is that the youth is actually taken seriously, and the youth actually gain a sense of power, leading to higher registration rates and higher like voters, especially I think in the 2026 elections. Yeah, youthful steps, stuff that is gonna actually, like, we can't just be speaking but like, want the ANC out or whoever, want the DA out or want the EFF, corruption, want all these corrupt officials. Because let's be honest, bro, I find it hard to believe that, because there's a lot of talks about how the government of the ANC or whatever, I don't know, I'm not as educated when it comes to that, but I find it difficult to believe that It's just the ANC, bro. Of course, there's some corrupt DA. You know what I'm saying? There's some corrupt EFF. There's some corrupt PA. There's some corrupt. You know what I'm saying? So it's a country. It's selfish. And if you know a human being, you know that a human being is selfish. You know what I'm saying? It's not a one party thing. I think it's yeah. I probably should stop talking. Otherwise, bro, this is going to be neutral. This is not going to change anything. It's going to be a normal day. Useless, spoiled brats on the street protesting for something that is never going to change. In fact, I would argue that whoever is in charge of this country, because I haven't done some research into it, but I came across something about how South Africa is almost like a business. You know, South Africa is almost like a registered business, and these people are actually making a lot of money from it. I would imagine that this is actually going to anger whoever's in charge, and they're going to punish South Africa for it. You know what I'm saying? Inflation, VAT, taxes, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't be surprised if whoever's in charge actually controls how high or how low inflation rate goes. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, bro, they can control everything that's happening in the country. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, maybe I may be delusional. Am I a conspiracy theorist? I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised. You know. Worst case scenario, it's gonna lead to violence. You know, burning of buildings and shit like that, or it's probably gonna go down in history because of the bloodshed. You know what I'm saying? Except this time, it's not gonna be like the youth days or the Soweto uprising and stuff like that. You know, stuff like that. It's just gonna be something framed as negative. You know what I'm saying? Framed as negative. How these unruly youths decided to destroy whatever place because they claimed it was for the greater good or something like that. So I'm very interested to see where this leads. Yeah, hopefully it leads to better days. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not so optimistic. I don't think it's gonna change anything. These people literally have the country on chokehold. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, but I'm yeah. Let's go out and let's see what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna put myself in a position. To be honest, I'd rather chill at home and you know what I'm saying? Because these people, they're in charge. They've had the country in the chokehold for a while. What's gonna change? You know what I'm saying? But like, let's see what's going on. Let's see what happens.